This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast.
Yeah, let's do it.
I am excited about our guest.
And me too. I am too.
I can't believe we haven't had them on yet. This is crazy.
It really is. It's what have we been doing? We're stupid, Marcy. We're
so
stupid.
lazy. We already discussed it. We're so lazy.
We are so lazy.
You're gonna love our guests. You have heard them on the podcast Lizard People and on Versus on Wood Elf. Welcome, Katelyn Hempstead.
Hi.
Whoa.
You're both smart and you work so hard. I mean, I sit here and listen to you talk down to yourselves. I won't.
Oh my God, thank you.
It's so funny because I remember being a guest on Lizard People, and I've even talked about the segment on this show because it was such a fun thing that I came on to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, I will confess, I black out. There's years of that podcast. I don't remember. Can you remind me?
It was Nazis living in Middle Earth.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
God, that's
That
such a
sounds about
spot.
right.
Yeah, great work.
Wait, because I
Great choice.
just did one. What was it again? Do you remember?
don't remember. I'm so sorry.
I truly did it last month or something.
Let's ask Daddy
It
Google.
was something wild.
Yes.
I mean,
it's
they're
always
all wild.
Yeah. New Zealand isn't real.
Oh, yeah. New Zealand isn't real.
Rude.
Betsy made some good points.
They made really good points, I think. I don't know. I
Rude.
can't remember.
Just have you been there though?
Yes. Yeah, I think that was it. Have any of us been there? No.
Also, it's it's its own continent now because it's not on that other continent. Yeah, we see what you're doing.
We see what you're doing, New Zealand.
Marcy?
I got there fast. I got there real
That
fast.
was about a 70-second. No. Well, okay.
Okay.
So for those who have not yet heard and who are going to go listen, what is Lizard People?
Lizard People is a show where my co-host Alexis and I invite guests on to talk about conspiracy theories that they totally genuinely believe are real. 100%.
Yeah, I absolutely believe in the Nazis in the Middle Earth. Yeah.
It's not really a comedy podcast and we don't really laugh or do goofs.
It's so serious.
It's so serious.
Deadly serious. And so the guest, sort of has the hour to convince both of us that their favorite conspiracy theory is true. And I'm always skeptical. Alexis is always, kind of neutral, kind of a wild card. And there have been some really compelling ones, such as the Earth is full of Nazis living inside, walking around upside down. And
the crazy thing was that there's a sun inside the Earth. That's what
Whoa.
Was it a nuclear reaction or something?
No, it just naturally occurring sun inside the core of the Earth. That's why it's so hot down there, right?
And they have formed a city and stuff.
Well, it's a whole world, Betsy. It's inside the Earth. It's basically like the yolk of an egg.
Because where'd all the Nazis go? They were all after the war. Everybody was like, I wasn't really
South America.
Maybe some of them.
And then the middle of the earth.
And then also inside of the earth. And the people that who've been to New Zealand, are they really trustworthy?
No, not one bit.
Because I know some people who are like, I love New Zealand, or I'm from New Zealand.
Yeah.
You don't have credibility.
You aren't.
No, you're not.
No, you fucking aren't.
And then they're like, the accent's different than Australia. You're like,
no, maybe you should backpack a little bit differently. Big pick.
Taika Waititi is a puppet. He's a Jim Henson creation. There's no fucking way.
There's no way. It's
I usually end up convinced.
fun. It's so wild to like, even you just sending the list of potential conspiracy theories that are out there is fascinating.
And like for every one of them that we have like a fun, silly time clowning on, there are people who like really truly believe. And I think a lot of people start out being ironically like, haha, birds aren't real. And then they're like, wow, but that thing about fluoride in the water. And then they're like, well, Nazis do love to be upside down.
Yeah, they're bats.
Yeah, they're bats.
Marcy brings up birds not being real a lot.
Well, as an example, and a listener corrected me recently, not corrected me because I don't think that that's true. I'm too afraid of them for them to not be real. I see them.
Yeah, they're so real.
You have bird anxiety?
They're covering my car with their shit.
Yeah.
They're so real.
They're a little, I think feathers are kind of yucky. Like on the ground, I think they're full of like
so
disease.
gross.
You're not wrong. Like, I think birds are probably more dangerous for us than spiders. And we have like spider revulsion.
Yeah. So someone commented like that was an experiment someone did on the internet to prove how easily these things can take off. But it was a purposeful, like, this isn't real. See how crazy it would be if people believed it. But my point is, people took it and ran.
Yeah. People still believe they now are saying it. Yeah.
Right. And I think the line between memes and like genuine brain poison gets thinner every day on the internet. And I think people have been legitimately conspiracy pilled by birds aren't real. So that's fun. That's the timeline we are in.
And the tough thing about the conspiracies is some of them are true.
Yeah, right. Everybody who's ever listened to Lizard People is tired of me hearing me say this, but like the Gulf of Tonkin incident is the reason that the Vietnam War started. And there is like overwhelming evidence that the US government like staged a sea battle and like an attack on a US ship to justify interference in like a communist country. So like, I can't fault anybody who believes in a conspiracy theory. I have a lot of compassion for people who are like, doctors have treated me like shit forever. I don't know what's in the vaccine. I'm not fucking doing it. Like, you're wrong, but I understand how you got there.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, the world is like this.
So much to not trust because there's constantly lie. Like, just every politician is, or like, there's constantly stuff getting revealed where it's like, oh, you lied to us.
You little dirt rat,
man.
Even in our industry right now with the strikes going on. And I'm going to knock on some wood and say that this isn't coming up for another week and a half. I have a feeling the strike's going to wrap up really fast.
Do you?
I really do. I have a feeling, at least for WGA.
Two different people they would know each other but aren't like close friends, but I'm friends with them, have had a medium and an astrologist tell them
this is perfect.
Labor Day is when it will. Isn't that funny? So, like two different people who like don't necessarily hang out together. Somebody's like, a medium told me Labor Day, and then another person's like,
okay,
my astrologist said Labor Day.
That's putting it a week after, I believe, but whatever. We'll see who gets there first. But my point being is that the information they're putting out is they're lying constantly and hiding stuff from us. Yeah. It's like, well,
where there's clear proof,
and it is that is conspiring. They are conspiring against a group of people.
The Deadline article that was like, we have a quote unquote leak from the AMPTP saying they're prepared to starve the writers out and they want them all to move back to their hometowns and lose their leases on their apartments. It was like, that's a deliberate psyop. That's a fucking psyop. That's not a real leak. People close to the MPTP were like, no, they called Deadline and said that just to freak people out to prevent a strike to get them to settle. Like, it's all fucking mind
And then
games,
I heard
bro.
After it happened and then there was such a backlash, then they had a conference call where everyone was fighting and like people who like work beneath them were like, Jesus Christ, like as they're like ordering them lunch and they're having like a fuck you fight about like, why did you do this? Because one person strongly felt they should, and a lot of people were like, don't put it out there.
Don't do that. Which is why I never really believe like government, like large scale government conspiracies. Because have you seen these little rats fight with their little paws. Like rich people cannot agree on one single thing. Powerful people are always at each other's throats. Like I just don't think the government's that good at their jobs to pull a like fluoride in the water.
Because they're also greedy in their own way and like wanting to step on each other in their own way. That it is like, I don't know if you'd all work together to do. I don't know.
I thought fluoride was definitely in the water and it was a good thing.
It is in the water and it is a good thing.
Okay.
It is not a mind control substance. It's good for your teeth and bones.
Yeah, that's why Americans have we got some good bones and teeth on us over here.
Strong chompers.
Bones.
Yeah.
Hey, honestly, there's a lot about this country that I'm not in favor of, but we have good bones.
We got the best bones.
Any American cemetery, you dig up a skeleton,
Bones for days.
Gonna be really nice bones. Nice bones.
That's anyway, your podcast is so fun, but I don't know about verses at all. Or not verses. Yeah. How do you pronounce that word at all?
We're calling it verses.
Yeah.
Like
Verses.
This person is versus this person. This is different from lizard people. It is light and silly. My co-host is Adam Peacock, who's like an improv guy, maybe, you know.
Yes.
Very flashy. Very flashy.
You know, he's got that tail.
He got that big old blue and red tail.
His sister is Adrian Peahen.
Yeah. Oh my God. I hope that shows come back soon because you got to get that. You got to get that on the air.
Peahen.
Gotta get
A guy named Adrian Peacock and his sisters.
Not a lot of people know that female versions of the peacock are called peahens.
Peahens.
They're not peacocks. They're peahens.
And they really got the word cock in there
Yeah.
as fast as they could.
Yeah. Cock of the walk.
Anglo-Saxons,
Anyway.
y'all crazy. The premise of the show is Adam and I are two very sweet people who hate confrontation, but we have chosen to create a show where we have to fight with each other.
Great.
And we pick two characters that have something in common. The last episode we put out was Jason Bourne versus Goldie Hawn's character in Overboard. And then we debate which one is better. And we fight about it. And then we play some improv games. Because let me tell you, you're going to think, what are you talking about? That's too silly. No, it's serious. It's, again, deadly serious.
So serious.
They both fall off a boat and lose their memory. They both are involved in lots of fights to reclaim their lives.
Yes.
Jason Bourne gets plate super glued to his hand and while cooking dinner and has to hose off the kids.
Yeah, he's sort of also being scammed by like a man who wants to baby trap him.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's
true.
so fun.
So it's very fun and it's very silly.
That
super
sounds
fun.
awesome.
And we've done like some more, we did like Nightwing versus Spider-Man, like the battle of the boy heroes. But then we just sort of ended up talking about like which one we would be the stepdad of.
That's very
Who
nice.
would you want to be the stepdad of?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, right.
Which was a tough call because I was defending Nightwing, but he's got some problems.
I think you're gonna die if you're Spider-Man's. That's kind of his origin story. Is it like?
But we're coming in post Uncle Ben. We're
Yeah.
marrying
Oh.
Aunt May.
I think it's gonna keep happening. Oh,
So you're getting with Aunt May now. You're
Yes.
the new Uncle Ben. That's gonna be some big shoes to fill.
I'm not trying to replace his Uncle Ben. I'm just there as a buddy to teach him to shave.
And you say that every day. I'm not here to replace your Uncle Ben.
And if
And
you wanted me to, I wouldn't. I'm not your family.
Wow.
And-
Yeah, I don't.
teaching him how to shave is so important because his hair grows like webs. So it just kind of, he has to
Yes.
constantly.
Yeah, he's gonna get stuff stuck in it
Yeah.
all the time.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people don't know
blondie.
that when he's going thwip thwip, it's also shooting out of his face pores.
There it is.
They edit that out of the movie.
Yeah, they don't want to show you the truth. And we're back to lizard people.
Well, both those sound really fun, but we're going to get into spooky stuff now. And we're going to ask you the question that we ask all of our guests, which is what, if anything, do you believe about the paranormal?
Ooh.
What if I told you I believe in Christian God as literally set down in the Bible.
Honestly, that's very
I would be
paranormal.
like, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Like,
What if I tell you that I believe Joseph Smith legitimately discovered those golden plates?
Do you believe in the salamander conspiracy?
What is that?
That they were written by salamanders, I think. I forget. It's something about salamanders. They're like, never mind. That actually, we said that it was in one book, but it's not real. Forget it.
This is in Mormon world?
Yeah, I think it was in this documentary about some Mormon murders or something. So
You mean Underneath the Banner of Heaven?
God, that was
Under the
good.
Banner of Heaven. That book was nuts.
Did you see the show?
No, I haven't watched it. Should I watch the show?
It's incredible. I get a little too stressed about true crime, but the show is like spectacularly good. It's really freaking good, dude.
Okay, I'll check it out.
You both got to come back on Lizard People to talk about the salamander conspiracy.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Anyway, so you believe in a one true God?
Our one Lord and Savior.
No, I was raised atheist Jewish. Okay, I believe that we have an incomplete understanding of the universe.
Yes.
And I believe that there are things that seem paranormal that maybe in the course of humanity, I'm a big sci-fi fan, and I believe that things happened to our ancestors even 200 years ago that felt completely inexplicable, and we have now gotten to the bottom of them. And we have sort of answers based in science and the laws of this universe. And so I think that perhaps there will always continue to be unexplainable things, but I think that as we learn more and our brains expand, we will discover a whole new magical universe.
Well, I mean, the definition of paranormal are things that are beyond the scope of normal scientific understanding, and that could change, any day. Yeah.
I mean, even just the idea of 200 years ago, the idea of somebody having anxiety was enough to be oh, you're possessed or you're a hysterical person, so we gotta put you away, when it's just no, I feel like I can't breathe, that it is so fascinating to think of those all of these little things that are now so part of our world and more talked about, where it's I can't imagine what that was like in the 1600s.
Can I start a little conspiracy theory right now?
Marcy, oh my God. Oh no.
So many more people have anxiety and depression, and those things go hand in hand anyway, right? Because depression is sort of your awareness of all the things that create anxiety. Does it not make sense that people who were more anxious in earlier years of humanity would be the ones to survive and breed because they're more aware of their situation?
Yeah.
I totally buy that, because they were oh, there might be a tiger in those shadows. Oh, there's not, but at least I got out of there.
Yeah, they were more hyper aware of their surroundings and vigilant about it. So I'm just putting it out there that your anxiety means that you are a very strong stock.
Oh, great.
A highly evolved human being.
Possibly an unnecessary thing to keep in this timeline or this time period, but it means that someone it worked for someone.
Look, I mentioned being culturally Jewish and sort of also spiritually, and I truly believe that it is the reason Jews are so anxious, and there's a stereotype about that, is because it's true, because we were oh, shit's getting weird in France, let's get out of here, and the ones who survived were the more anxious ones,
right?
And then a bunch of the most anxious ones ended up in America, because they were these pogroms are getting a little too spicy. Let's get out before Hitler.
Whoa, yeah.
I think we have a whole group of people who have evolved to be as anxious as possible. And it's a functional reaction to the environment we're in.
And it does where it is oh yeah, for thousands of years. You've had to be you've had to constantly be uh-oh, we gotta leave. We gotta get
and the people who were I'm sure it won't happen again. I'm sure they won't burn all of our houses. Let's just stay.
Why do you think I'm acting the way I am about that hurricane, huh? Why?
Okay,
people survived.
There
I'm
we
a
go. I gotta
survivor.
get a little
Yeah,
bit.
you're
I
not
got
gonna give
okay.
up.
I gotta leave and go buy some stuff right now.
Yeah, I should have gotten gas like 2 days ago. It's gonna be so bad now. Oh,
I made sure to I'm a pro. Also, I've heard the same thing about fat people, that like that is also your ability to store and keep calories is an evolutionary
Yes!
thing. Yeah.
Hell yeah,
100%.
killing it, dude.
Fat people are better prepared for the world as it exists.
Yeah,
and
and
as it
because
existed.
They probably came from people who went through famine, and then they were the ones who survived at some point.
Because there is
Oh.
evidence that is an RNA mutation that can happen in one generation. Is that if the parent was starving, the child will retain more fat on their body.
And that's not even like,
Whoa.
honestly, it's not even a conspiracy theory. I've like read about it, that it is studied, that they're like, that genetically that you were just, you were born to survive.
Whoa.
Yeah,
None of my sisters are fat. How come I got it?
They don't have the good genes.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
when the
hell
famine
yeah.
comes, you are going to be the only one who
I'm
can
gonna rub
propagate
it
your
in their
family
fucking
line.
faces. I'm gonna rub it on my family's face.
You're going to die.
Like, are you sure it's not just you eating Taco Bell and whatever you want?
Unrelated.
But even the instinct to do that, to like get high fat food and stuff, that is also instinctual to, and granted, like I said, maybe like anxiety, it doesn't serve us as well as it did in another time period.
Right.
So it's maybe a maladaptive coping mechanism, as they say.
Listen, like, the
Okay.
world's pretty crazy. We don't know what we're going to see within our lifetimes. I find it extremely possible that if there's the road type situation, it's going to be only fat people left.
Wow.
Because they are better equipped and more highly evolved for the world.
Then wait until you see them at the end of the road, and they are gonna look snatch squeeze.
Waist tiny. Titty's gone.
I'm joking. I'm not,
gone.
titty's gone. No hips. Baby's very hollow face.
Starving.
Not being fat phobic. I am joking, everyone.
Yeah.
I piled onto that
joking.
joke really quickly. And
I just meant about being snatched at the end. Everything about fat people being superior is true.
I buy it.
Yeah.
I really think so. I think all these adaptations that our species have evolved to survive with a horrible world make a lot of
That
sense.
is wild. I never thought of that. The whole adapting where it's like, of course that makes sense.
We found something we all believe.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
That's nice.
And
So-
that is paranormal.
There we go.
'Cause-
Caitlin, do you believe in like ghosts and stuff and all of that? Like,
Here's where we get to a little bit of cognitive dissonance for me.
okay.
Because a big part of my brain is like, no, I don't think there's an afterlife. I think that we are a pattern of circuits and synapses, and whatever personality we have is gone with death.
Wow. Yes.
But I have had some experiences.
Yes, that happens all the time on this where people are like, I do not believe, however, here's 10 stories of
But
shit happening to me. And I was
My
like,
grandma definitely appeared to me.
there it is.
I can't. Well, what if we could just reframe it for everyone who's like, I don't believe, and reframe it as I do not understand.
There we go.
'Cause
That's
I don't
good.
yet know
And
the capability
Right.
of the
We could-
universe.
We could all get on the same page with that. We don't understand it. So
Right.
Yeah, I don't understand how both of these things can coexist, but I believe that they do.
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
get
You-
into it.
Yeah. Let
What
us have it.
happened?
Let's
Let us
dish it
have
out.
it.
The year is 2003. My
Okay.
grandma Rose passed away 2 years ago. She was a problematic figure.
A problematic
shit.
queen.
We stand. we
Yes,
don't.
problematic qualm.
Go off, Grandma
Yes.
Rose. You were very traumatized.
Oh,
I'm in the kitchen. My parents are like out. I'm like making my own. I'm finally allowed to like stay home alone and like
Oh,
not have any rules.
the
So I'm making
best.
dinner for myself and cooking with fire.
The
You know, I'm a
best.
little child. And I like get like the hair on the back of my neck stands up. My grandma lived in Florida. Her house had a very particular smell. It smells like Florida house. in the kitchen of my California house. And I turn around and I'm like, Grandma Rose. And I like nothing like happened, nothing moved, but I was just like completely, I wasn't even thinking about her. I generally didn't because we weren't close, flooded with the conviction that she was in the kitchen with me. And
Whoa.
I like got really uncomfortable and kind of twitchy and like walked out of the kitchen and like went to the bathroom and shut myself in the bathroom for a second and then was like, okay, I'm being crazy. And then like walked back into the kitchen and it was gone.
Wow.
And like, it's not really a good story. There's no beginning, middle, or end.
It's a great story. Like, it's so, because we hear stuff like that all the time where it's like, I don't know why, but it was Grandma Rose or like where it is like, where did this just come from? And it's like, something is up then.
Right. Like when you just have the instinct that like, this is just what it is. And it's not because you've thought about it and thought about it and thought about it, like just in the moment, you knew it, like animalistic instinct, you know it. Like I really like, I don't know. I find that to be like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, I trust myself. And so I would say you should trust you.
Good for you for trusting yourself. Was that a process or have you always been like, I believe?
When it comes to like gut reactions, I do trust myself because I'm a survivor.
Yeah.
But with all of my paranormal stories, I never think it's a ghost at first. So my gut's always it's a person.
As a person, get out of here.
There's just some guy.
I also love a stinky haunt, you know, where it is like a smell. And I know exactly the smell you're talking about. My dad's parents lived in Florida.
So
and there's
like
such a distinct of just Florida smell too.
Yeah, it's sort of a like humidity.
Yes.
And also just like specific cleaning products. It was like Fabuloso and mildew and like old lady perfume.
Yes.
It was so
Every
intense.
now and then I'll be like walking in like a mall or like by someone and I'll be nailed with what I think is what like maybe my dad's mom wore or so, where it is just this like so visceral scent where it's like, where is this from? I know this smell.
Yeah. I went to the Getty Villa and I was like washing my hands in the
beautiful there.
Love it.
Highly recommend. So
Love
gorgeous. And I was washing my hands and I like smelled the soap and I was like, oh my God, that's the soap my preschool used. Like deep gut punch smell memory. It was crazy.
Wild. Was it like that hot orange looking soap, you know?
Or the pink.
Like,
or the pink like Pepto-Bismol.
It wasn't sweet. It was like a chemically, I'm sure like industrial strength, like these nasty little kids thing.
Whoa.
Oh, where am I? What is time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
And like, what's so interesting about that? It's like, is it like, oh, did you walk into a smell because there was a ghost near, or did a ghost say, I want to manufacture a smell in your like, you know, because like people
with the mall thing,
but like people smell things that aren't there, right? Like when people smell, like when people are having strokes, they say they smell toast, or sometimes they'll smell like vanilla, but you're not really smelling it, but that's your brain is taking it in. But like, couldn't like how we have dreams, couldn't someone who's passed like kind of influence that part of our little electric brain?
Whoa.
The idea that my Grandma Rose was inside my sinuses is the worst option.
I mean, she's just in the brain. She's just like, you know.
Oh,
whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I don't know. Like, like it could also be like a ghost fart whiff too.
Yeah, maybe she just like made the molecules in the air do that. Either way, it was a lot of closeness that I was we didn't have this when you were alive.
Oh,
Not
that's
for
very
me.
funny. Did you tell your parents?
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they would have responded well to it. My parents, when I was little, I mean, they're just like big hippies. They're like very woo-woo. Yeah. And when I was little, I was like, Mom, I remember my past life. And she was like, okay, sure. What What?
And what was your past life?
Oh God. I mean, it was just like a little kid. I mean, maybe it's real, but I had like peasant memories.
Right.
That's absolutely your past life.
Which I think is really funny that even as a little kid, I would not make myself the main character. I wasn't like, I was a princess. I was like, I worked on a beet farm.
Because it is like, then why would you like, yeah, why would you make that up where it's like you could be anything, but you chose to be a peasant?
Right. I could have been like
farm.
No, I was not Cleopatra. I was just like a fucking dead by 27.
Yeah, 20,000 people who've been Cleopatra.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not this bitch. No way.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were very just sort of like, sure, yeah, whatever. I think they like had books on like esoteric alien.
Okay, I was gonna ask one, like, what do you remember? What you told them, or what you were, or do you remember what you remember?
No, I like really sort of dimly remember being like, I don't think I was like, and my name was blah. I think I just was like, yeah, I sort of remember like a cold, misty morning and just like digging in the fucking fields and being dirty and hungry.
But doesn't that feel like if a kid were going to make up something like that they read about past lives and they were like, I'm going to invent this, even like how old do you think you were? Like
probably like 5.
Oh my God. There's
like little.
You wouldn't even understand the idea of early morning misty kind of, unless you had been watching like Far and Away or whatever. I don't know.
And like maybe we saw some TV show or something about medieval peasants. Like maybe. Totally possible, but also I just remember having the very strong conviction. Like I don't really remember the details of what I told my parents, but I just remember being like 100% this is real.
And that once again is that idea of like you being like Grandma Rose, like just having that feeling and being like, yep. I just feel it. I just know it. That's wild.
If any parents are listening, please journal if your kids say anything creepy.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of other creepy shit that I said that has just been lost of time because my parents like both worked and were really tired.
Yeah.
When my sisters had their kids, I was like, you have to let me know if they do or say anything creepy.
They
have to. And they never said anything weird of like there's a man in the court, like nothing like that, but my sister would send us their creepy drawings.
Oh, I love anything that really like
yeah, or it is like what bones. The fuck is that? Like oh my God, very funny. Yeah, but
kids are weird little freaks.
Yeah.
But like, is that because they're closer to the other side or because their little neurons are just like, pew, 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 weird shit?
Maybe all of it combined. Because we talk about this a lot of like, I think because kids are so, how do we put it? Like, they are in touch and more sensitive because like society hasn't been like, nope, that's weird. Or no, I don't believe you where it is. Like, yeah.
I had an improv teacher who would say this, like, and I think I've said it before and it sounded like an asshole. Like someone asked a question about how to do this. Like, how do I do this? And I was like, I had a teacher who said like, when you ask a question, you take away 1,000 possibilities, like, and not like when you say like, what is right? When someone like gives you an answer, it then takes away 1,000 things you could have thought of. So I think when we start teaching children, and we're teaching them the right things, hopefully, but it does take away the other options that they might have explored because now they know the fact of it. So when you tell them there's no one in your closet, then when they finally get in, they're like, okay, there's no one in my closet. There's no one under my bed. There's no one in the corner. It just isn't possible.
Right.
Yeah. Like, whereas they might have imagined like there's a city under my bed of friendly, tiny aliens or whatever. Like,
I love that little city.
cute little city.
Yeah, how do we like foster children's imagination and sensitivity without letting them be scared all the time?
And that's the thing too of like just looking at like Sixth Sense. Like, imagine if you're a little kid and you could see dead people.
Oh,
that sucks. That's so scary.
and everyone around you is going, no, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah, like you're being weird,
And you're sitting there and you're so cold, and there's cold air coming.
You're
you have
too
the hot
cold,
breath.
and then there's a little ghost that just keeps puking on you, and you're like, get out of
Misha
here.
Barton won't
Misha
leave you
Barton
alone.
won't- yeah.
Please, can I have my jacket? Misha Barton is bothering me. No, it's summer.
God, that was the scariest part of that movie.
Oh my God. And then the reveal of like her mom's poison.
Ugh.
Poisoning
And
her.
that she would one day be on the OC. Could you have imagined?
Even scarier.
Ah,
Too scary.
too
And
scary.
Was she on like a Hills reboot?
Oh, I'm
too?
thinking of The Hills. Maybe.
No,
maybe
she was on both.
Okay. Wow,
A
what a career.
Hills reboot, like the
Yeah. and
reality show.
Yes.
Do you think little children should not be allowed to act? I'm starting to
Yes.
lean that way.
If we're gonna do any AI actors, it should be animals and little children.
Just like leave them alone. They shouldn't have jobs. We've all agreed that kids can't have jobs except for like one of the most soul crushing jobs of all. Why?
Right.
Yeah. So if we want to like scan their little persons, their little faces, and make them act that way they don't have to be on sets with other weird. A bunch of adults should not be around one single child unless it is like they're on vacation with their family. I think like, like a bunch of stranger adults being around, like it's too many people who you don't know how they're going to influence your child or may not even like children or may not like your
Yeah.
child. Like it's just too much up in the air. They shouldn't be working. They cannot work. They
Right.
shouldn't work.
It's insane to me that we were like, don't put them in mines, but do make them have a job where everyone comments on their appearance and can yell at them as much as they want to. Okay.
It feels also wild when you see a scene where there's like a baby crying.
They
Where
had
it's
to make
like,
that baby cry.
Why are they making that baby? Yeah. Like, how
Is that
did they
baby
make this
crying because it's been
cry?
under a bunch of hot lights for 45 minutes?
And it's like, yeah, just let him, because we do have to keep rolling. So just instead of doing the thing that is the natural instinct of every human parent on earth and also animal to be like, let me fix this, just leave them.
Guys, I know someone is already writing Megan 2, but for Megan 3, if you haven't thought of this, Megan 3 becomes a child actor.
Funny.
I know my beak.
That would be
It
awesome.
would be fun.
That's insane. And then
Honestly,
she, like,
Marcy,
kills the whole
that might
set.
be a great. I wonder if they're thinking of that for the sequel.
Should I edit this out and then we write this? Well, it'll take us 2 years to write it, but or five years, right?
10 maybe. I don't know.
I think this is a spec that could really.
It's
put your
a
names on the map.
great idea. Let's do it.
A lot of opportunity.
I
for
love Megan.
That is
little
so
AI
funny.
babies like taking over Hollywood.
Yeah, remember that baby? I only saw pictures of it, but the baby in Twilight. Isn't there like a
Renesmee?
crazy CGI?
Disgusting.
Renesmee, right? Renesmee.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so disgusting.
Yuck,
And they-
with the big eyes and the hair.
Ew.
Yucky.
I've never seen any of the movies, but I do remember hearing about that and looking that up and be like, "Good God, dude!"
And this brings us back around to Mormons because the fact that that writer was like, a baby's in love with an adult and vice versa, and it's fine.
Wait,
it's-
that's what it was.
Premise of that is like the leftover guy in the big love triad of those books meets the baby of the other two main characters, and they immediately are just like, we're in love, dude.
Wait,
And
what?
then the baby, I think, grows up really fast or something.
yes,
But then stops.
yeah, Jacob imprints on her. Okay, are we
Oh my
looking
God.
at
Screen
Ew.
sharing. Yucky.
Ew, this baby's nasty.
Oh, fuck,
That
that's
baby
the
is
worst.
nasty. It was an animatronic one.
Why
Yeah.
have they done? I've
Why'd
never
they
seen
do
a
it
worse
so
practical
bad?
Oh
effect.
my god! If this isn't haunted,
cursed, grotesque
Why
Twilight
is that the
baby
hairline?
doll. This is disgusting.
Why is that the chin?
No, this is fucking me up.
Fuck.
This is fucking me.
This is
up,
worse than
dude.
anything in The Sixth Sense.
Oh my God.
Dirty.
Oh,
Yucky.
This
this
is
is
funny.
really yeah,
I mean,
Megan.
Megan's so much less creepy. I mean, Megan.
Wow. People think
Oh.
Megan looks like Twilight's Renesmee.
Renesmee, yeah.
Renesmee.
Right? It's Renesmee, right? Am I
Ew,
I know, I
what
think
the
you're right.
Fuck, dude.
That looks like, you know how in Renaissance paintings,
Yes.
like the monks had clearly never seen a baby before?
Yes.
That looks like if you could 3D model that.
That looks I was thinking that same thing. Like, it looks like one of those weird Renaissance paintings where it's like,
Yes.
what the fuck? You are looking at humans.
Robert Pattinson wants to die holding that weird doll.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
God.
Well,
Awful.
I'm glad we did this so I could get so upset about Renesmee.
I'm glad.
Thank
Like,
you.
that's fucked up, man.
Now, I have a feeling you have at least one more instance of something that you're like,
Oh.
well, I don't believe this, but I was carried around by a vampire bat for an hour.
Like, I'm a rational person, but like I did die and go to heaven and meet God.
You really want to be a Christian so bad. Like,
Yeah,
you're
you
so
are.
interesting.
Or do you think the craziest thing you could be because you grew up atheist with a Jewish background is Christian? Because it's
I don't want to get canceled or hurt anyone.
No.
But I think it's so interesting about all religions, but in particular Christianity, because it's like the water we swim in America, that an entire group of people have decided to be like, we've got this book. It's a book about magic. We know it doesn't make sense because every little child at some point asks a question that cannot be answered in the book that points at a direct contradiction, and all of the adults around them have agreed to just go, shh, 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 shh. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
We know it
Don't
doesn't
worry
make sense.
about it.
We know it's not possible. Don't worry about it. We know it's contradicted 6 pages later. Don't worry about it. And I think it's so interesting.
I
And
know people
cool.
who do believe it's all I grew up
Yeah, I
Catholic,
do.
and so like as my dad explained it, like these are stories that leaders of the church helped people who didn't understand. It was like how they could
Fables
understand
and morality and
but
stuff.
I have friends, because I grew up in the deep South, who believe literally,
Yeah.
and that's very hard. I think they just only like kind of pick the big things that they need to believe are literal, but they believe it's all literal. And I'm not knocking any of it, but I do think that like it is, edited by people who didn't originally write it. So like, you got to take it all with a grain of salt.
Yeah, and it's interpreted
From another language.
and like people will straight up read a passage that feels pretty what it is and then interpret it into a weird, completely different hatred-filled thing or whatever.
Like
where
there
it's
are a lot of
this is
people
tough.
A lot of scholars who've like really gone in and be like, the way that it's revised to talk about women is like so off the mark of what it was originally
Ooh.
written to be.
Like the Council of Nicaea, little V2.
Yeah, but also think of it. If we're saying a guy could, as an example, say birds aren't real and then that catches fire, don't you think that maybe some people who were writing the book were like, let's just see how far this
Let's
goes?
see what happens.
Don't you think any of the apostles could have been stinkers? None of them?
Yes.
There are a couple that were absolute. Have you read those letters?
They
Leave the
betrayed-
Corinthians alone.
Leave those Corinthians.
If they can betray Jesus, you think they can't trick you in a book?
Hello. Yeah. And just getting back to my, like, we have an imperfect understanding of the universe, to be like our ancestors 3,000 years ago who started telling each other these stories totally understood what happened to them. Perfect understanding, no notes, didn't need science. The sea literally did that. Is like such a like, gosh, we just live in such different worlds.
Yeah, like was
Right.
Moses just there when a tsunami happened?
Maybe.
Right?
Was there like a weird low tide that happened to coincide? Maybe. I'm sort of not interested in like the quote unquote real explanations.
Right.
But I'm so fascinated by the way that, because I think that that's sort of a like school of like Bible and religious scholarship that's sort of like, oh, well, like maybe the Buddha did this actually literally. And it's like, I don't know. I want people to believe what they believe. But I just think it is so fascinating that like everybody sort of feels these contradictions in religion and has all these different ways of dealing with them.
Right.
And we accept some paranormal explanations and not others, and then have a war about it.
Yeah.
I mean, my main takeaway from everything that we've done or that I've learned in my life, because I used to be like super duper religious too, it's just that we don't know. That is the big, and these are, and they're the mysteries of the Holy Spirit or God or whatever, because they are mysteries to people on earth. And it is very, 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 a lot of hubris to believe that you can understand that mystery.
Right.
And I think a lot of religious people I've met have said that exact thing to me of like, there's a plan and we do not know what it is. And anybody who claims that they do is like conning you.
Right.
Yeah. And even like what goes, it relates to this, like these are mysteries. And like, that's why we don't know exactly what they are all the time. Although I'm worried that we're getting closer and closer. And guess what? That's the end of the book, guys.
Ghost Adventures, we're getting answers, dude.
We are fine.
We're getting answers.
Sending two dudes into a haunted house and they will reveal the mysteries of the universe.
We're
I do believe in tarot.
answers.
We got jewels on their shirts and gel in their hair, and they're gonna figure it out.
Getting answers.
Okay, we didn't ask you the question. I mean, I did ask.
Oh,
but
my
we
last-
didn't let you answer the
Oh
question.
yes.
I went on it there. My last paranormal thing is that I've had some tarot readings that have been absolutely terrifying, and I have given some tarot readings that have freaked people out.
Whoa, cool. What? Okay. Yeah. What happened? Like, and you can keep it as vague or as specific as you want, but
just like, I think like, I like reading other people's tarot, and I always go like, I think of these as just like Rorschach blots. They're just like sort of vague things.
whatever you want to get out of it. Yeah.
And then shit just happens like they say it will. Like, for instance, I brought tarot cards to like a Halloween party at an old work, and I like did a reading for this girl, and I was like, oh, okay, so like what I would interpret this as, it was a lot of like pentacles. And I was like, I would interpret this as being like, you have a business venture in mind with like a young man. I just want you to like make sure that you are protected in this business venture, that you are like putting your own needs first and like legally buttoned up. Like that seems like what the cards are interpreting. And she was like, oh, weird. Yeah, my boyfriend and I are starting a restaurant, and I've been thinking about quitting this job. And then I like looked at her LinkedIn a couple of years ago, and she was like, I took a big risk on a business venture and it didn't pay off. I'm looking for work.
Whoa.
And I was like,
God.
what? Why?
Yeah.
Like, what? Why would that happen? Like, why?
Whoa.
And I don't think I'm magic, but
Right.
I do think the universe harmonizes in such a way. I don't know.
Right.
How do you get that from the tarot? Like, are you just like reading? Or are you interpreting?
Yeah, it was like Page of Pentacles, so like young man, something to do with money, the Tower, like disaster. So like and then there were like a couple other specific cards I don't remember anymore, but those ones have stuck with me. I don't know.
So, but you were actually not just like going, I go to Biddy Tarot and then like read the like whatever the meaning is. So you like interpret it though, like you put it together for yourself.
Yeah, I'm like not proficient in this, but yeah, I feel like you like lay out the cards and see sort of like what they're saying to each other in lieu of
like man, financial disaster. Yeah. Let's
Feels
get
like
a little protected. Like, let's make sure you're ready. Wow.
Feels like a pretty straightforward. Yeah. So like sometimes I'll look and I'll be like, yeah, I don't know what the Three of Wands is. I'll look at Biddy Tarot and like figure it out. But I like to do a little, word associationing.
Wow.
or like ask them, like, do you have anything on your mind that you would specifically like some symbols to interpret? But she said no. She was like, just whatever.
And what got you into tarot?
Probably just my general woo-woo upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
One time, I will say, I got this deck because my like best high school friends and I were hanging out one summer in college and having like a little like, oh, I miss you. Let's like do a little trip together. And we went into like a magic shop. And I got this deck and it's been with me ever since.
Fun.
And they say like the deck kind of attaches to the energy of the reader.
Yeah. Did your parents, did they do tarot and stuff, or like go see tarot readers or anything like that?
My mom did see a psychic once.
Cool.
And it was after a bad breakup when she was like in her mid-20s. She went to see a psychic and she was like, I just want to know if I'll like ever find love again. And the psychic was like, with your beautiful blue eyes, you will. And it'll be a blue-eyed man. And my dad does have blue eyes.
Whoa.
And you do too.
And I also as well.
Whoa. There we go.
So we did. And then one time, I don't know, I like went to an old castle in Romania and a big bat picked me up and flew me around. And whatever.
Dracula's about it.
And he did say his name was Dracula.
Whoa. What happened with you when you got a reading?
I've just gotten some like really freaking good. There's just really good tarot read. It's just like a little therapy. It's a cheap little therapy time.
Yeah. It's really fun to be like, oh, wait, that does make sense. Or, you know, of like, I have been worried about this or focusing on this too much or whatever it might be.
Because it makes you think of like if there, it makes you think of things that are on your mind or, you know, because it's not super duper specific sometimes. So you're like, that is this thing. Yeah. That's why the whole TikTok tarot reader stuff works. Because it's like applicable to a lot of situations. Yeah. They're like
TikTok.
If this is good, if you find this, it's meant for you kind of thing. And then they give like a reading. It's like, it can't be, there's so many people watching this. How can it be for all of us?
It's like astrology. Yeah. It's like, you keep it vague enough that you can like get into some, not to get too Freudian with it, but I think there's like some subconscious stuff going on where it's like, you don't really want to think about something and you push it down and then a symbol intrudes and you're like, fine, I'll think about that thing.
Yeah. Whoa.
Wow.
Should I get TikTok?
No.
Okay.
It's a whole thing. Once you get in it, you can't get out. Blood in, blood out with TikTok.
They jump you in.
Yeah. I'm stuck now.
I don't have it. I refuse to get it.
It's too much. Yeah. It's a lot.
Okay.
Man, do you have time to listen to a listener story?
100%, as long as we haven't gone too long by me talking about religion.
No, I think we're perfect.
My name is Malika. I love y'all's show. I've been wanting to write in for a while. I've had several spooky experiences in my current residence, but yesterday something happened where I was like, okay, this is too confirming. I'm going to have to write or send a voice recording ASAP. So me and my husband and my daughter, after she was born, we moved into this really beautiful, like, white farmhouse. It's from the 1940s. I loved it the second I walked in. Definitely had kind of weird vibes, but they said that the tenant was getting a divorce, so I attributed it to that. And when I moved in, I started cleaning everything and just sprucing things up. And I noticed a couple things right off the bat, right? Certain rooms had weird energy. I saw a little lady at one point. I kept seeing a tall man out of the corner of my eye. He felt really dark and really aggressive. But overall, it was just that kind of, just like little impressions. So my neighbor came to greet me, and I asked her about the past tenants. And the woman that I mentioned died here. I guess she lived here until she died. And then the man, when I described his height, her eyes got really wide. She was like, oh my God, he fell down the stairs and broke his neck and ended up dying. And I said, well, do you know if he died here? And she's like, no, I'm pretty sure he died at the hospital. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And my mom, when she comes to visit, she even got in the stairwell a railing installed with her own money because she was that freaked out about the stairs. And I never even told her anything about it. So I've been living here about 2 years now, and there have been just a couple, instances of weirdness, but nothing super crazy. I pray a lot. I protect a lot. I don't feel like anybody's negative. I have been woken up by the woman one time when I was sleeping upstairs, and to me it seemed like she actually just wanted me to come down and check on my baby because she was crying at my husband and hadn't woken him up. And so I kind of was like, oh, they're kind of friendly, like this is cool. I haven't seen her in forever. I do see the man just out of the corner of my eye. It seems like he always comes down the stairs and then walks through our kitchen and then walks out our back door. That's kind of where I see him. There have been instances on the porch where I've seen the swing that we have out there swing exactly like someone's in it and then literally stop midair and like someone's getting up from it. And so I definitely felt that. But the weirdest thing to me was yesterday. I work from home and my daughter does go to daycare most days, but I try to keep her home if I have a light work schedule. So I had a light work schedule. I was on a Zoom call. I had set her up next to me and put her nails. She loves to paint her nails, giving her a clear coat to paint her nails. And she goes, Mama, look, pretty. And showed me her nails. And I said, yeah, baby girl, so pretty. And then she turns to the left, away from me, and she goes, pretty? And I said, who are you asking if they're pretty? Because as soon as I looked up, it was like I could see an imprint of a man, and I was like, huh. And I said, baby girl, who are you saying pretty to? And it was just a flash of an imprint for me. And she looked back at me, she goes, it's a daddy. And she calls every man that's tall a daddy. And all women are mommies, right? And so I said, oh, it's a daddy? And I said, is he a nice daddy or a mean daddy? And she looked at it over in that direction again and just was like listening really intently for like a minute. And she turns back to me and she goes, he's a sad daddy, he's sad. And I said, oh, really? I said, well, you can tell him to go to the light if you want. And she looked back, she goes, go to the light, go. And then she looks back at me and she just gets distracted by something else. And I was like, okay, if that's not some confirming thing, I don't know what is. So yeah, that's my latest. I hope this wasn't too long. Love you guys. Have a good day. Bye.
Wow. Malika, I love you too, for starters.
Oh
wow.
my God.
Whoa, guys. Whoa.
Sad daddy. I got so many chills.
When I get scared, I cry and my eyes are literally watering.
I saw you wiping your eyes like, oh no.
Sad daddy. Oh my God.
Daddy. What a haunted house.
Yes.
What a classically haunted house.
Yeah. That's a perfect, oh God, I hope they make a paranormal. Why aren't there ghost movies where everything's okay?
Yeah, where it's kind of more just positive of like, yeah, all right, we're fine with living.
Like we need more positive ghost representation. And
more
I think
like
her story is
some more Beetlejuice ones where there's like some tension in the middle, but things end up all right.
But things end up fine. Yeah. Come on.
Because their ghosts seem fine. Like the guy's bummed to be dead for sure, but
right.
Wow.
Because he fell off the stairs.
Oh God. Wow, I'm blown away. Sorry.
Do you get a lot of stories that are that like narrative?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh. I think I didn't realize that so many people have experiences of ghosts that are so like manifested. What is the word I mean? Like in their lives.
Yeah. Where they're like, it feels like way more tangible than just
tangible.
You know.
Yes. It's constant. Like so many people have stories.
Wow.
And so many people have multiple stories, where it is just like, shit is happening to me all the time.
Yeah.
Like whether it's where they live or just anywhere they go, like, wow.
What's your theory? Do you think some people just have a closer, like, because it sounds like she's like like in touch.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like any other skill you have, like, you know, people who understand math really well can like see it in things like they like, and then there are people who are so extreme, like a beautiful mind, they see it like everywhere.
Right.
And there are people who are sensitive to to ghosts and they can just pick it up. And then some are super sensitive and they pick it up everywhere.
Yeah. Because Marcy, you're sensitive, I think.
Possibly.
Don't
Possibly.
you think so?
I think probably, yeah.
I feel you. Yeah.
Do you feel
I
like you
think
can
you are.
practice it? Like, have you developed that part of yourself?
I haven't really tried because I'm lazy at everything. Improv is the only thing I've actually studied in my life, and it got me real far.
Here we are, baby.
Would you,
Indie
Marcy, would you
podcasters.
want to push it and try to open up more, or are you content with where you're at?
I don't want like I do worry that if I'm like trying to do mediumship that like I could just invite something into my home and I don't want that.
Right.
But if it comes to like, you know, developing like psychic premonitions and stuff like that, I don't mind. Like
That'd be helpful.
Because you have those a little bit.
I do have those a little bit.
Anyways.
For them to be a little more clear would be cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have had some dreams
What?
that came true. I'm
What?
sorry.
No, this is the podcast.
Caitlin?
This is the whole thing. Wait, what happened?
I dream about places that I like couldn't possibly know about, and then like I'm in that place later.
Whoa.
Like, and I would call it like, oh, deja vu, like free association, except that I was really carefully journaling dreams for a while, trying to learn to lucid dream when I was in high school. And one of them did end up being my second college dorm.
Whoa, that's
That's
so
wild.
So I'm with you. I'm like, if I could like get that to be a little more functional.
right.
or I always am like, I have like meaningless premonitions.
Of what?
Like it'll just be like, oh, I had a dream about someone talking about their grandfather, and then and someone else in the dream was like, yeah, he owned a horse, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then I told my friend about it the next day, and she's like, oh my god, like I just found out that my grandfather, because he's a Holocaust survivor, she was like, his horses were like a big deal before and after his after he like got out, like he like who, and she's like, I didn't know he had a thing where like horses were part of his like,
wow.
you know, rehabilitation or and I was like, that's so weird, because in the dream I was arguing with the person. I was like, they don't have a horse. What are you talking about?
That is so funny.
Weird.
I gotta start writing my dreams down.
And like it's just funny because like I have met her grandfather once. He's since passed, so it's like I've met him once, but I was just like, in the dream I was only telling a story about him.
And if she just recently found out, there's no way you knew that to then weirdly have it come up in a dream of like, the one time I met him, he mentioned a horse.
She was like, Marcy, you were freaking me out right now, because she had a dream that night too about him.
wow.
Oh, bro.
Something's up.
But it's like, also it's like, well, it's not like super for me, like what does it what it's not meaningless, but it's also like that I don't for me it doesn't have a lot of meaning other than being like, oh, that's really interesting that I'm like kind of parallel with this person.
Maybe it's the whatever showing you to be like, here are baby steps into if you really want to get into it. You know, like here's
could be
baby steps, not too life changing or threatening or anything, but here's just baby steps. And if you want to get into the big stuff,
yeah,
you know.
I also feel like if there's like a quote unquote God or like organizing principle to the universe, it's like connection and the oneness of all beings. And I kind of feel like tarot's just a tool for connection. And maybe that's what your premonition was just like,
right.
Something for me to like keep in touch and reach out to someone who I don't get to see a lot.
Right. Because connection is so like just what humans need.
Yeah.
and want, whether
And it
they
makes us-
think it or not, like whether they know it or not.
You need to be loved and to love in return.
Oh,
Asshole.
wait, what
Fucking
is that
assholes.
from? Just to love, and that's from Moulin Rouge.
It is.
And he
And
loved in return.
Wow.
That's my Bible.
Moulin
Moulin
Rouge.
Rouge. Yeah.
John
dude.
Leguizamo, we salute you for playing the part you shouldn't have played.
Surely somewhere there's someone with dwarfism who can sing Hollywood.
Who could play Toulouse? Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been a fucking pleasure.
Yes, it has. Thank you
Thank you.
so much, Caitlin.
Thank you so much for having me on. You two are such spectacular hosts and so open-hearted.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
It's been a wonderful journey.
Oh,
Caitlin,
my goodness.
Tell everyone where to find you on not IRL.
Please don't. Well, I live at 1122.
Sycamore Street.
You can find me on Instagram at Katelyn Hempstead, my name, or you can listen to Lizard People wherever you get your podcasts, or Versus. The name is a little hard to find sometimes, but if you type in VS, a pop culture podcast, you will find it, and I think you'll have a nice time.
I'll link it too. Thank you so much. This is great.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me. What a joy. And thank you for making the world more magical and
Oh my-
mysterious.
Oh my goodness. That's so nice. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.
That was a headgum podcast.